What's going on, everybody? I am here at PopCon in Indy. It is 2022, and I'm here with Brock Sondgeroth. And so Brock did the podcast we used to do called the Dragon Cast. He did that with us. Was that last year?
Yep.
That was last year, man. It feels like it's been that long already.
Like August or September, somewhere around there.
Something like that.
Yeah.
And we had Brock on the show, did a couple giveaways, and Brock is a teacher.
Yep.
And what do you teach specifically?
I teach high school art.
He teaches art
in Mendota, Illinois.
Yeah.
So, and we do all sorts of. I do everything that I teach. I try to incorporate into what I do with my students and with my own work and all that kind of stuff. So
that's awesome. And so how long have you been making art and creating art, like this kind of art and stuff like that?
I didn't start doing the Comic-Con style or fan art much until about 3 or 4 years ago. Before that, I focused mostly on what I would consider to be like landscape paintings or portraits of people and stuff like that. And I've always been a huge fan of the nerdy stuff.
Yeah, man.
So I wanted to get into it, and my buddy Jason, who got me to go to a con for the first time, I went to the con. I loved it. It was the coolest thing ever, and I was like, I got to do more of this. And I talked to many artists there, and they said, show me your stuff. I showed them some of the stuff. They're like, you should do this too. So I jumped into it, and I love it.
Yeah. Now, how long ago did you start going to cons and like selling your work?
It was only 3 or 4 years ago now.
What was your first one?
So the first con that we did was a small one. It was called Mighty Con. It was in.
That sounds so familiar.
Yeah, we did it in one of those suburbs of Chicago. I can't remember exactly where. And then our second one was the Milwaukee Mighty Con. So, and then kind of from there, and then of course we had a little layoff with COVID. So
yeah, that was
yeah.
How did that hit you guys? Did that hit you guys pretty hard?
Well, yeah.
Since you've been doing it before COVID, right?
Yeah.
And then,
I mean, we were just getting into it. We were starting to find our groove. We had scheduled a bunch of them, and then everything just shut down. So, you weren't where to. You were investing money into doing things, and then couldn't make anything back. Yeah. So
I gotta ask you, as far as conventions go. What's it been like being a vendor at a con? I know you sell your work online,
right?
Which I'll throw those in the description below here from this video. What's it like selling online versus selling at a show?
The interaction with people is 1,000 times better than a show. You know, it's so fun to be at a con, and my favorite thing is having people come up and talk, seeing the cosplays. Oh man.
Yeah.
There's some really cool cosplays. Having them come up and talk to you and talk about your art. I mean, selling it online is great. You make the profit, but even if we don't make a full profit here, it's worth just coming.
Yeah.
You know, it's just fun.
Yeah.
So.
And you guys have traveled too terribly far.
Yeah, it's a 4-hour drive for us. That's not bad.
That's not terrible. I know a lot of people come from pretty far.
Right.
To some of these conventions. Maybe not specifically this one.
Yeah.
I know some will come from like Nashville. That could be a bit of a drive too. What are some of I know you do you ever get the chance to like walk around at cons?
Yeah, we take like little breaks. My wife and I, one of us watches the booth, the other walks around a little bit. Over the course of a full weekend, we try to make it up and down every aisle. But like what we'll do is like I'm gonna go down this aisle and come back just to take a little walking break.
I got you. Yeah.
Something like that. And
for sure.
Yeah, it's hard though because as soon as you walk down an aisle, you'll find something you want to buy. And then you're like,
yeah, that's the hard part.
Are we at the con to make money or to spend all our money?
That's very true. And I said this yesterday. You can watch the Con Man. That's what I'm calling myself now. The Con Man. Part 1 is up right now. We talked to a few vendors yesterday.
Okay.
Talked to some VR gamers, that have some stuff. I don't know how were you a convention attendee before you even did vending at a con?
Just a few times.
A few times?
Yeah, we had gone to a couple. So I went to a Comic-Con up in Madison, Wisconsin.
Yeah.
And then the second Comic-Con I went to, I met Beth at, the Chalk Girl.
Yeah.
And
we actually got to interview her. You can watch that interview on here as well. Yeah.
That was at one up in the Rosemont in Chicago. I can't remember the name of that con, but that's where we met her at. And
was it like C2E2 maybe?
No, because that was the third con I went to, C2E2.
Was it maybe Wizard World? Or?
It might have been a Wizard World.
Might have been that, yeah.
Like that. But it was... And then C2E2 like sold me that I wanted to do that kind
See, I've
of
never
stuff.
been to C2E2.
Oh,
I need to go. I hear that's the best one.
It
right?
was.
Yeah, I need to go.
C2E2
And that's not too far.
And fun.
Yeah.
Maybe someday it'll be a dream to vend at a C2E2, but it takes a little bit more money and we need more stock.
Yeah.
So
you guys have a lot of really awesome things here.
Oh, thank you.
For sale. I know you've got some. You got some sweaters over here. You guys, or some hoodies rather. You guys are starting to sell.
It's really cool because my wife and I work so well together. I do the art. She does all the embroidery and the sewing and all that kind of stuff, and she sews the purses, she sews the different handbags, all that kind of stuff, and then she takes the sweatshirts and it's not just purchased patterns that she embroiders on them. She takes my art or says, hey, can you design this in the most simplistic way possible, but something that will really look cool, because when you do those designs like that, you can't like have too much stuff going on with it. So
we'll grab one of these. So this, for instance, I like this material too. Is this leather?
What is this, Kim?
It's like a suede.
Like a suede. Yeah.
So this is something that that Brock's wife makes, and there's a few other things too here. Like I love this Captain America.
Yeah, takes the some of my artwork, because that's one of my art prints, and then we have it put on fabric, and she sews it into a.
That's super cool.
Yeah, that's either some people call that a wine bag.
I was gonna say this is like a wine bag, right?
Yeah.
That's what it looks like. It's a wine bag.
Exactly.
That's awesome. They handed me some more stuff. Yeah, hand me all the stuff. And here's an actual. Here you go.
Take this out.
I'll give you this here.
And
show off some of the work here.
Like
what you got
some
here?
of the sweatshirts.
Oh yeah, that's a great one.
So here is. Yeah.
Oh, that's neat.
Boba
Fett.
And this is fully embroidered. I mean, it's really.
The material feels really good. Too.
Yeah. Really cool.
It'll definitely keep you warm.
Yeah, but she takes a design that I put. Obviously, I know what a Boba Fett's helmet looks like, and then I have to simplify it for her, and then she turns it into a embroidery pattern.
That's awesome. And then here's a bag you can get here too as well. That she also takes, and I like that little design on the back. It's like the shield basically, kinda. But yeah, super cool. Oh, you got your your logo on the back. He's got the logo on the back and everything too, which is super cool. So there's that. Thank you. And so, me personally, I was talking about this on our stream or on our last video we did. Is I know a lot of people come to conventions. They come for the celebrities. Mm-hmm. Celebrities are like the draw. But I feel like you guys are like the real rock stars of the show.
Oh.
Because the celebrities, that's a very quick.
Right.
Really, that's a very quick. Usually, maybe you're lucky to get 5 minutes with somebody to hang out with. Whereas you guys are here. You're selling. You're on that grind, man. And but you're also very passionate about what you guys do too. And I first met Brock last year at PopCon.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And we did I was doing a live podcast. I was walking around, and I could tell that him and his wife are very, very passionate. You guys are very passionate about what you do.
Oh yeah.
And I think that's, to me, as a convention reviewer, you guys are what I'm really here to see.
That's cool. Yeah.
Is the passionate people that do art, and I'm always looking for like a unique stuff too.
Yeah.
Like what can people bring? Like with Beth.
Yeah.
She's the Chalk Girl, by the way, and that was like when I first met
Creating
her.
that art with chalk
that was
so different.
Awesome to see that.
I agree.
So that's what I always look for. I'm sure you've probably had your fair share of things you've seen.
Yes,
as a vendor to other vendors.
I love seeing all the different stuff. It's so cool to have people come up and talk to you, or like ask you, how did you make that? Or like, how did you do that? Or is that your art? And what techniques did you use? And that's when I get most excited you know, and the same with my wife, Kim. She gets excited when somebody asks her about how, you know, some of the things were sewn or what they did to do it. And, you know, we're nerding out as we talk about it. She sees me nerd out all the time at these conventions, and I say it all the time, nerd out. It's cool to be nerdy.
Yeah. I mean,
but like,
for sure,
we're doing that kind of stuff. She had this weekend a super experience like that with somebody coming up and talking to her about her bags, and it was fun to watch her completely geek out about something too. So, yeah,
for sure.
Yeah, without a doubt, it's fun. I love it. Every bit of it.
Yeah, that's great. Well, we definitely thank you for your time, Brock. We do definitely appreciate it.
Yeah.
And I'll drop some links on the below here on the video, so you guys can know where to find Brock and his wife's all their amazing creations here. And we'd love to have you guys back on our new podcast here at some point to talk more art and more about what you do and your passions and things like that, and get more into that.
Sounds good.
I'll also drop a link down here if you want to watch that podcast we did last year. You guys can go watch that too, so you get to know Brock and them. Thanks, man.
Thank you.
Appreciate your time. Thank you so much.
No problem.
We appreciate it.